Hey guys, it's Evan. I'm not doing too good this morning. My neck hurts super bad and it's like spreading to like my mid back. Luckily, it's not going down to my waist. That's usually where the worst of my pain is. Granted, I can't really feel that way down there, but I had like this thought before I went to bed last night that what I desire most is like just this normalcy. I've really grown to accept it's not going to happen in my life, but I feel like it's okay to want that. And I feel like when I share on YouTube and my, or even just like I'm on Innerworld, and even when I share, I feel like I can't really share all of myself with anyone. And like right before I jumped on this live, I feel like the one person I shared all of myself, truly all of myself with. It's just so sad to see that there's just not a relationship there, or like even on the other side of things. I feel like it's just so hard for me with my memory, but I don't force it. And even last night, I was thinking as I went to sleep, like, I don't know who thought that this was such a grand idea. Granted, I'm doing much better. I have a place to sleep, eat, shower. I have chores, things that I can do, like keep me busy, cut the grass. At the same time, like, this is my family by blood, but at the same time, like, my support system at the shelter and those people that love me and care for me, it's just not the same. I feel just like a stranger, and it makes me sad. Like, I don't even want to open up out of fear that I don't think my sisters will watch this, but out of fear that, like, maybe they will, and maybe they'll be upset by what I share and what they hear me say, but it's just the truth. Like, I don't like when my sister, like, I feel like I have been living for the past 5 years with over my head, not knowing where to live and stay because of my workplace injury at Tesla. I lost everything. I lost my apartment, I lost my car, I lost the woman that I was planning on starting a family with in my life with. And people only wanted me for my money, and it's sad because that somebody, like, she was someone. I shouldn't be scratching my neck. I got like these bumps and irritation from the injections in my neck. But I almost just, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm mindful of my privacy, and like, from what I know, like, we had a really good life. Like, I met her at Bass Pro Shop, and that was like my first big boy job. And I had a part time when I went full time to school. I was always hardworking. My grandma, a lot of people in my family really just used me. And my sister, she doesn't really expect or want anything from me. But I feel like, we both have our own issues, and that really impacts our relationship. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, I get a lot of things taken out on me, and I've always had things taken out on me. My stepdad took everything out on me, and even when he didn't, I would always put myself in the place of my sister and have him take it out on me so he wouldn't take it out on her, or in the place of my mom so he could take it out on me instead of her. I mean, my stepdad did some pretty awful, brutal things that he has to live with. I remember one time he threw me down a flight of stairs just because, and he would beat me to no end and beat me in the garage. I tried to get in front of my sister and my mom, and he beat me so hard and pushed me. I was in front of my sister, my mom was behind her, and he pushed me so hard that he ended up knocking us all. My mom fell in the back of like one of those old school child red wagons, and one time he beat me in Milwaukee so bad in the basement that I ran up the stairs. I took off from him. I guess the basement was the perfect place to beat me. It was really dark down there. And I ran up. I would always, I mean, my cousins and we would run up. I mean, there was like 16 of us. So we would always run up and down the basement stairs. Like, it was just like breathing air to us. We would just go up and down so fast. And so I'm, I out, I outbeat him that way because I was very familiar with the stairs when he was beating me. And I ran up the stairs through the kitchen down the hallway into my cousin's bedroom. They had twin beds, and eventually he caught up to me. He grabbed me and he slammed me, just picked me up and slammed me against two sliding glass doors that were like mirror closets. Like it was a closet with two mirrors, and it was like sliding doors, and he just like whammed me into it. And he continued to beat me when I hit the floor, and apparently he broke or almost broke one of my
Alert
ribs.
from low battery.
And by the time my uncles and people found me, they picked me up and put me on the top of the bunk bed. And I lay there just so broken, crying. And I don't know. I feel like my family didn't really do enough then on my mom. And it never stopped. And he did kidnap me and my sister, whether they want to admit it or not, whether my mom wants to admit it or not. She said that the most difficult thing for her to do was to forgive herself. And I've had to deal as an adult with stupid billion-dollar companies trying to call me crazy or say I have adult psychological abuse. And I feel like right now I'm behind on lunch and I was gonna take a nap then get to lunch at 12:30, but also I'm behind on vlogging. So I just feel like my sister, all she ever saw was things taken out on me, and I don't know if she knows how to live any other way than to take things out on her brother. I don't know if or what it is, like, but I just don't like that when things get difficult in our relationship, she gets my other sisters involved or come over, and it makes me feel super isolated. Like, it's already tough being an only child, and I already have only child syndrome, and they're all sisters by blood, and I'm their older brother, and I only share my mom with them. So it just makes me super sad. And like, my mom, things are better with my mom, but it just hurts me because I just feel like she's never realized that she's all I have. Like, she doesn't see that. And my grandfather and my grandmother, like, they raised me, and I don't think she sees the blessing that was that they raised me when she was just a child, having a child. And like, I'm not angry with myself for crying or tearing up, but like last night in Interwood, we did this exercise, like grab a snack, and growing up in that poverty and those traumas, and even in adulthood, like, people are food aggressive, and I've always dealt with people that are very food aggressive, and I'm not like that. My grandfather was never like that, and my grandfather showed me just eat some sardines and salt and crackers. Right now, I actually might make myself some tuna and some crackers. Just, I'm very simple and easygoing. I don't like to be bothersome to people. And only God knows why He's putting me through this and why He puts me through this. But I'm at the point where just like leave me alone, respectfully, fuck off. I don't even know if I can say that on the YouTubes or not. But I think I've seen people say way worse. Not that it justifies my actions. I'm just exhausted. My body's in so much pain. The VA has really let me down and failed me. The company I work for, that ecosystem has failed me. And I hope that I can do something as far as accountability so that not just the company, I don't do anything for people to question their morals or their values. I think that's entirely wrong. I think that people should be free to be themselves safely 100%, and even a company. But also, I feel like what led to me losing my life, no one should have to go through. And now that I have life in my life and I'm rebuilding my life and my memories and creating new memories, I ask myself, like, when does that healing start? Like, I don't know any one person that has lived for 5 years other than people that are like, I don't know what the word would be, but I guess chronic homelessness, if you want to call it that. Like, I have been homeless for 5 years and I have had it over my head constantly for 5 years. Even when I was in an apartment co-signed with my mom, where am I going to live? Where am I going to stay? Where am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? When I finally have money, I feel bad for like splurging it on myself just to feel better. Just, I mean, I spent maybe $200 one day on nothing but like spa treatments, and those spa treatments have helped me more than the VA. And I'm like getting like my legs like massaged and like my head massaged, getting these things done, like other forms of treatment, like cultural treatments, has helped me way more than the VA has helped me. And it's sad. It really is sad. So I don't like how I feel in this house right now. I don't like not feeling like I don't have a way to vocalize or share without violating other people's privacy, but it's just the reality of my life. I have to recharge and pause this. I was good at pausing it, and now all of a sudden I can't pause it. So I'll probably have to start another one. I don't know why. Like, at one point, I used to be able to pause my broadcast, but I guess not.